Darn. Hey guys, here's our last chapter of the story. Let's hop right into it. Chapter 10. Sammy's father groaned. His mother sighed. This is exactly what I'm talking about, said Sammy's father. But Dad, Sammy said, she really is housebroken. I don't know what happened. What happened is, she's a puppy, his dad said tiredly. Puppies just make mistakes. It's not her fault. But this is the kind of thing that I do not want to deal with. Lizzie picked Goldie up and took her outside. Sammy's mom ran to the kitchen and came back with some paper towels. Charles just sat there, feeling awful. They had tried so hard. Goldie had tried so hard. And now everything was ruined. Instead of living right next door, Goldie was going to live far away with some perfect family in their perfect country home. He would never see her again, feel her sweet puppy breath on his face, never get another puppy hug from her playful paws, and never see her grow up into a big, happy, healthy dog. Sammy's father was shaking his head. We went through it all with Rufus, he said. Remember our wedding? He asked Sammy's mom. She thought for a second and laughed. What's so funny? Sammy asked. Rufus was in our wedding, his mom explained. He was a ring bearer. Our wedding rings were tied to his collar with white ribbon, and he was supposed to sit there until the moment quietly came when the minister said we should exchange rings. She started to laugh. Instead, he tore up and down the aisle of the church, barking and chasing his tail. Arf, 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 and chewing up the maid of honor's bouquet. Just then, right in there in front of everyone, he peed. In my shoe, Sammy's dad added. He was laughing so hard, Charles could hardly understand him. What a moment, he shook his head. He didn't stop laughing and a sad look came into his eyes. Good old Rufus, he said. He used to be quite a dog. Sammy's mother reached out to hold hands with Sammy's mom. Suddenly, Charles had an idea. Rufus was still quite a dog, especially when he was with Goldie. So far, Sammy's parents have not seen the two of them together. That's why Sammy's family needed Goldie for Rufus. Charles looked over at Sammy. Get Rufus, he whispered. Sammy raised his eyebrows. Why? He whispered back. Just get him! Suddenly, Sammy nodded. He understood. He jumped to his feet and ran for the den. A second later, Rufus plodded into the living room. By then, Lizzie had returned with Goldie. When Rufus saw Goldie, his eyes brightened up. His ears went up. His tail started wagging. He woofed a little woof, woof, and bowed down with his front paws way out in front. Goldie was overjoyed. Her friend! What a great surprise! It's been so long since she's seen him. Oh, happy, happy, happy! Goldie bounced out of Lizzie's arms and touched noses with Rufus. She then gave him a look that said, Chase me! She took off, zooming around the coffee table and running behind the couch. Rufus took after her, woofing happily as he skidded past Sammy's parents. Arf, arf, arf! Whoa! Said Sammy's father. I haven't seen him look that happy in months, said Sammy's mother. Sammy's dad watched Rufus let Goldie chase him to the front hallway. Oh, he's acting like a puppy, he said wonderingly. He always does when Goldie's around, Sammy said. That's why I think she should come and live with us. Sammy's parents didn't say anything for a few minutes. They just laughed and pointed at Rufus as Rufus and Goldie wrestled by the floor by their feet. So, Charles finally asked, what do you think? I think, said Sammy's father, that if Goldie makes Rufus this happy, maybe a few puddles here and there would be a small price to pay. It's good to see the old guy playing again. Does that mean? Charles could hardly believe it. Sammy's mom looked at Sammy's dad. Then she nodded. I think it means you found a new home for Goldie, she said. She's gonna be your new neighbor. That night, the Petersons celebrated with pizza, pepperoni for Charles, olives for Lizzie, and extra cheese for the Bean. It was great to know Goldie would be living next door. I have to admit, you kids really did a great job with Goldie, Mom said. Plus, the side of your deal, Lizzie, you kept it up with your homework. And Charles, your room is cleaner than I ever seen it. Ned, I'm proud of you both. Does that mean we'll get our own puppy soon? Charles asked. We'll see, said Mom. It does seem awfully quiet here without a puppy in the house. But Charles wasn't sure when she thought it was a bad thing or a good thing. He decided not to push it. I felt sorry for that family with 3 kids, he said. They really wanted a dog, too. But Goldie went to the right house, Lizzie said. Did you see how happy Sammy's parents looked? And Rufus is like a whole new dog. Plus, Charles sent a mouthful of pizza. Hey, woof! Said the Bean from his spot on the floor next to Charles. Maybe we could foster another puppy someday, Charles suggested, even if we're not ready for another dog of our own. Said Dad. Not a bad idea. It's a great idea. Woof! Agreed the Bean. Even Mom was nodding. Well, we do have some leftover puppy food. I'd hate to see that go to waste. Charles imagined puppies of every size and breed, from giant Great Danes to teeny tiny Chihuahuas. He wondered what kind of puppy the Petersons would foster next. But he knew it really didn't matter. All puppies were wonderful. Whatever kind the next one was, he would love it and take care of it and find it the very best home. And maybe someday, if he was lucky, that home would be his own. Done. Wasn't that a nice story? Did you like it? I loved it. I'm going to show the Max to read along. And it's another puppy place read along. It is Cooper, coming October 20th.